1, 2, 3.
Picture in my head, and after driving all night, now here it is. I can finally feel the sun kissing my skin, and I just wanna take it in. Yeah, I just wanna take it in.
That's pretty good. I'm quite proud of myself. Whoever says matcha tastes like grass, convinced you're not drinking the right kind of matcha. This video is going to be a little bit different. I know in the previous video I said that I wanted to do more biblical-based stuff, but growing up I really loved reading. Books were like my favorite outlet. I loved Geronimo Stilton, I loved Thea Stilton, Hardy Boys, Boxcar Children, Nancy Drew. Like anything I could get my hands on, I would read it. So I figured, bring back that passion, you know? I kind of stopped reading when I was 10 or so. I got my first phone and that took up most of my time, unfortunately. I loved YouTube, I love videos. I've been trying to get back into reading, and with the new Summer I Turned Pretty TV show, which is all the rave lately, if you haven't seen it, that's actually impressive. So I figured to get back into reading, like, why wouldn't I read that and see what I think about it? So this is gonna be my personal opinion on the books. Coming from someone that watched the TV show first. Yeah, The Summer I Turned Pretty is a trilogy by Jenny Han. So the first book is The Summer I Turned Pretty, the next is It's Not Summer Without You, and then We'll Always Have Summer. So reading the books after watching the show, I had really high expectations. I find that anytime that there's like a book to movie or show adaptation, I always end up liking the book better. I don't know why, that's just the case that it is. I find that it's easier to live in the book, and I'm always disappointed with the way that the directors change it. But Jenny Han actually helps with the direction of the show, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, very unfiltered reviews here. My thoughts on the first book is I actually preferred the show's adaptation better. I found Belly was actually a bit of a flat main character. I found that she was really difficult to connect to. Yeah, I feel like when they changed her perspectives, it switched between ages. So there it says age 11. It's constantly flipping between current Belly and then Belly when she's 8 and just all sorts of different ages. And my issue is I feel like if they hadn't put the age at the top, I wouldn't have been able to tell that it was Belly from the past, because she acts the same the entire time. She's probably one of the most immature characters I've actually ever read about. And that was really difficult. I was just struggling to connect with her and to connect with the books because we only see her POV in this book. I didn't like her friendship with Taylor. I thought Taylor was a bad friend, but Belly was also a bad friend. I just felt like they were constantly hurting each other. But I guess that's what you do when you're 15. You're stupid and you don't know how to act with your friends. So I guess that made a little bit of sense. As for her love story with Conrad and Jeremiah, I honestly didn't like Conrad. I found he was brash and he was rude and he was really hard to connect to. Whereas Jeremiah was fun and he was upbeat and like he was someone I wanted to hear from. Like he was a fun character. Obviously, yeah, you're 15 and you're in love with this boy. You're gonna be heartbroken. But yeah, I just found it was really difficult to get behind Belly and what she wanted and her desires. It was just really difficult. I like the way that they discussed grief though. I like the way that they show Conrad's grief and how he withdraws and he isolates himself. I was upset with Belly for what she did with Cam Cameron. I mean, I was upset in the show as well, of course, but I feel like the way she does it in the book is just way harsher. She just doesn't talk to him, she entirely shuts him out, and I think Cam knows it all along that he's just being used by her. So that was really, really difficult. Yeah, but as for the first book, I think I preferred the show. The second book It's Not Summer Without You was so good. I'm so sorry, but I have to admit, I am totally Team Jeremiah because of this book. And I know, watching the TV show, that sounds so crazy. But show-wise, I'm 100% Team Conrad. But in the books, like, Jer just gets Belly in a way that I don't think Conrad does. He is kind, he is passionate, he is yearning. He is literally anything that a girl could want. He is the biggest green flag. He is just so, so sweet. I think that they handled grief really good in this book. I think the funeral was a good, accurate depiction. I think I preferred a little bit in the show how you can see Belly is struggling more with Susanna's death. Just like in the way that she just doesn't want to do her schoolwork, and she isolates herself. And she does that a little bit at the beginning in the party scene. But other than that, I don't find that she does it all that much. I liked the change of it being Adam trying to sell the summer house. Not the change, rather, but like the original concept of Adam being the one trying to sell the summer house. Because that really just shows how little he cares about his family. So yeah, I think that was done better in the book. I liked Laurel in this book better. I was very happy when she hit Belly in the face. I know that sounds bad, but if you know the context, then you know. It was definitely well deserved. In the TV show, it was so satisfying, but in the book, it was even more satisfying. This is the first book in a while that I just picked up and I just kept going. I honestly don't think I gave myself a break between the second and the third book. I read them both in one sitting because I was just like, I need to get this over and done with, you know? So as for the second book, I think it was better than the TV show. Oh, I was so upset with Conrad when he basically gave Jeremiah his blessing, and then the entire thing at the university happens, and then he flips out. I'm like, okay, if you're not honest and you don't communicate, how are they supposed to know? So, I was rooting for Belly and Jer once they got together at the end of this book. Not gonna lie. But then, hit us with the third book, and he cheats on her. My flabbers were gasted, okay? I already knew that he would cheat on her, but still, like, this Jeremiah from the books would never do that. That is not him, that is not his character. I don't know why it was thrown in there. Well, it was obviously thrown in there just for Conrad, so that he and Billy could, you know, end up together in the end, and it would soften the blow, and we'd be rooting for Conrad. But I wanted a redemption from him. I wanted Jer to come back, and I think he was making a comeback. Yeah, I think it was just Belly that was not wanting it, and she needed an excuse. She needed a reason to say, like, no, my heart is still for Conrad. And I get it, first loves are really difficult, and you're gonna want to hang on to them, but I was just so upset with the way that she treated Jer. Was I equally pissed that he cheated on her? Yes, of course, my mouth was on the ground, like my jaw was dropped. Okay, my Jer would not do that. But I guess for the sake of Conrad, he does. There are scenes that I think they did better in the TV show. I think the peach scene was really good. I think the party scene was better. The I Thought You Knew scene was so much better. Oh my gosh. This one was boring. And after it happens, it's like, literally nothing happens. She runs to the beach drunk, claiming that she's gonna, like, hop into the water. And she's like, I'm going for a swim and whatnot. And Conrad obviously heaves her back to shore, and he, like, plops her down. And then he walks away. And she's like, oh, it was almost something. Girl, there was nothing there. Nothing. He was saving you from drowning. That's about it. Any good, like, anyone with common sense would save someone from drowning if they were drunk. I think I preferred the way that the TV show ended. I really liked the Paris and the boarding school and all that stuff. I think that was really good. Here it felt a little boring. They don't really tell us anything about her. Just she goes to Spain instead. She meets Benito, and Conrad writes her letters. And that's literally all that we get before Conrad and Belly get married. And yes, I'm happy they got married. I I like that scene when she like blows a kiss to Jer and it shows that they're still on good terms. I think that was really good. And then them running towards the ocean and hopping in on their wedding. That was really sweet. That was really cute. But yeah, it felt a little boring in those regards. I also think the surf scene was better in the show. That I was like, oh my gosh, phenomenal. But otherwise, I feel like I could really feel Belly growing up through the books. And that's what I hoped for as well when I first started reading it. I wanted to see her mature and I wanted to figure out like, okay, who is she? Like, what does she actually want? What does she actually need? And I felt like we got to see that a bit more in the books than we did in the show. In the show, she feels like the same person, and then she gets to Paris and it feels like an entirely different person. And the same thing goes for Conrad. I feel like Conrad was the same throughout the show. And then they went to Paris and I was like, I don't know who these people are. I was just disconnected from them. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for my reviews. I don't think I would personally recommend these books to anyone, but as a Christian, I like that they are clean. I like that they're fun to read. And yeah, like I said, they're really, really appropriate as opposed to the show. I'm just so upset that they changed Jer's character. Like, in the books, he's not going out, making out with people. He doesn't even give off the idea that he would be a cheater. Like, he is the most down-to-earth person. And he is the most raw and honest and, like, likable character. In the books, I wish we gotten to see more of Steven. It was a little sad that his character was just not really there. I guess that's my very honest review on The Summer I Turned Pretty, just the books. I think it's definitely helped me get back into reading. The first book took me about a week and a half just because I couldn't really get through it. I finished these two in one day because I was just like, I need to be done with it. I need to finish. I think the reading slump has diminished, especially after recording this. I will have already finished another book, which was really good. If you want to know which book I read, just put in the comments and I'll let you know. So yeah, this was a different video than usual. If you like it or you want to see something more like it, if you like the book reviews, if you want to, I don't know, spend a day in my life reading books or something, I don't know, just pop it in the comment section and yeah, make a video about that. I'm gonna try to start posting regularly. It's been difficult getting back on my feet after DTS and finding motivation to do stuff, but I think I might have just fallen back in love with reading. So maybe you'll get more videos like that.
So when you walk your demands tonight, yeah, that's all that boils, and we'll keep them warm, and we'll keep them